How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the vlog, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys Sunfire. We're going to show you Sunfire. We need to set up her enclosure ready. She's not ready for it yet, but I want to get everything in place. I'm moving some stuff around, so I need to get her new home set up, let's just say. As usual, normal maintenance, moving some animals around, sorting out some pairings. I keep having these moments where I think, oh yeah, I'm going to put that male to that female, then I change it. I think we all go through that. But the one thing, this is the start of the breeding season. So in today's video, I want to try and give you guys 5 tips that I feel is important when you're starting your breeding season. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's go. So what I like to do when we come in the HQ, we always try to get Sunfire out. If you've not seen Sunfire before, she is my albino Burmese python, het pied, from the grandfather himself, Bob Clark. And Bob Clark was the first to prove out the albino Burmese, amongst other things. So this for me is one of those animals that came, you know, it's like a pet animal that you sort of, you know, you'd love to have one day. For me, this pays homage to Bob Clark. You know, it's his bloodline. She's absolutely stunning. I want to get her enclosure set up. However, she's too small for the enclosure that I want to set up, but I want to get it set up anyway. And she's doing really well for me at the moment. I'm not in a massive rush to sort of get her fat and big and all that sort of stuff. I want her to be kind of an ambassador animal at the HQ, so people can come and enjoy a snake, a relatively big snake like a Burmese. And also in the future, I'd love to get her into the Burmese ball python hybrid project. But for now, she's an absolute pet. She's nothing more than a pet. But again, I'm so absolutely blown away with her pattern and the purples and the oranges that come through. She's just absolutely stunning. So like I said, she's het pied. So we will, and the albino pied Burmese I absolutely adore. So that's Sunfire, Burmese albino het pied female. Stunning. So do you know when you think, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and then your ADHD takes over, and then all of a sudden one job turns into 10 jobs, which then end up being unfinished projects that now you go, okay, yeah, I need to finish one job. So what's crazy is, so this is a 4-foot vivarium. This is going to be the vivarium for Sunfire eventually. I don't want to move her in there just yet because she's a little bit on the small side, and I'd rather just get her a little bit bigger. She feels a bit comfortable in that, in the tub system at the moment that I've got set up for her, and she's feeding. She didn't feed very well in a big enclosure when I first got her. Put her in a smaller enclosure and she's now feeding. So this is going to be her future enclosure. At the moment it is 4 foot, like I said. You know, I'm not in no rush to grow her massive. She will be in a bigger size eventually. So this was a 4-foot vivarium that I had for our beardies. What I'm going to do with this one, we're going to put a heat bulb in there, as you can see, as opposed to a heat mat. And we're also going to give her a Pro T5 light as well, because these, what I found with Burms, they'll roam all the time. Then they like to be out and about and seeing what's going on. So they're not a nocturnal animal, but they will hunt at night. So enclosure, we're going to put a Pro T5 in there. We're going to put a infrared heat source coming from this end. So she will have a variant, which is obviously perfect for her, because then she can go where she wants to go. So what I have done is also front lined the whole enclosure. Now, haven't got mites, but fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So just in case there's any creepy crawlies or anything in there, because obviously beardies feed on crickets, so you never know what comes in with the crickets. So I've front lined it before we've brought into the HQ, and I'm going to start setting it up. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reseal the whole vivarium, because I will put her a decent sized bowl in there if she wants to get in there and have a good soak. So, and again, I don't want this wood warping, so we're going to reseal all the edges. So I'm going to crack on with that. I'm going to get the heat bulb fastened in. We're going to get the Pro T5 in there. I might also put some decorative UV lights in there, or black lights in there, so at night when she's out and about we can put the UV lights on and it won't affect her. But let's get this set up, let's get it drilled and done, and then the last thing I'm going to do, like I said, is seal the enclosure. Let's crack on with that. So this will be Sunfire's new enclosure and where she'll be living until obviously she gets too big and she sort of outgrows it. I've currently got a thermostat, a Habitat thermostat on a ceramic bulb there, and as we can see underneath it is 89.4 Fahrenheit. We also have, like I said, a Pro T5 in there, which again will help, you know, if she's out and about, she wants some UVB, that'll work well. As you can see, it's 86.9 or 87 at the cool end and about 89.4 in the hot end. Now, the whole idea with this setup is, like I said, she won't be going in this for a number of months yet, but I want to get it ready in preparation, so when it is time for her to go in there, it's already set up and good to go. Potentially that might be a bit too warm for her. Now, the light will go off at night. Now, we do get a bit of heat off the light as well, so that will help bring that temperature down during the night time. So the whole plan is to leave it at this at the moment, leave it for a couple of hours, come back, check it out, and then we can adjust that side if need be, which will obviously bring down this as well. The other thing I'll do is I've got the light now on a timer, so when that light goes off at night I can come in and check the temperatures first thing in the morning to see what they've dropped down to. So I had this running for about 5 to 6 hours the other day. Well, the cool end got as warm as the hot end, and what I'm thinking is, obviously there's no airflow because obviously we don't have any sort of, you know, we've got obviously the air vents at the back, but we've got no real sort of, you know, breeze coming through. So the question is, which I'll figure out at some point, do we really need the hotspot here? Because this has been off for a few days now and you can see it's sitting at 84 on the warm end. Now that's okay at night, so it might be that we just use the Pro T5 that comes on during the day and it goes off at night and it just naturally cools down like it would do in the wild, without having the extra heat source, because we are in the hatchling room and I do tend to run the hatchling room slightly warmer. So that's that. We'll worry about that when we come to it. Like I said, she's too big to go in there at the moment. It's just literally getting it set up and ready. So we're back in the breeding room and I'm waiting for this girl to lay. Super cool. So waiting for that girl to lay. She's a pastel Mojave GHI clown. She's been bred to the DG Exantic Het Cryptic, so we can make some cool stuff with that. So had some change around, moved some stuff around as you do, and I know I keep showing you bits and pieces, but this year we're really going to concentrate this season on the white cider project. So the pastel white cider possible fire, she'll be going to the puzzle to make some white cider het puzzles, obviously. We've got the white cider het Exantic going to the DG Exantic Het Cryptic. Again, Exantic white ciders, that would be nice, that are het DG, pretty cool. We've got the white cider het Ultramel going to the Cyprus het Ultramel. We've got the lavender pied going to the white cider het Lav, and potentially we're going to do the white cider het Ultramel to the Ultramel Sunset. That's a question mark because I don't know if I want to go that route. I do want to get the white cider in the Sunset, but I'm not sure. The pastel white cider bamboo het clown, I'm not sure what to do with that one yet. I was thinking probably stranger clown. Bamboo, a lot of people don't work with it, but I still think it's got fantastic potential. especially when you see the bamboo clown that came from this female. She does look super cool. So in fact, let's go and have a look at her now. So she is super cool. So this is a bamboo hurricane white cider clown. Lots of potential there to work with. Probably we could do with putting like leopard into that, or acid, or confusion, like a darker gene, just to give it some more contrast. But I think it's got loads of potential. So yeah, super cool. And the other one from that clutch is the hurricane white cider clown. Obviously we've not got much white, but boy is that thing super cool. Lots of potential there. Lots of potential. Not yellow belly, just a hurricane white cider clown. And here's an update. Hurricane white cider head clown. Awesome. So without further ado, 5 tips on how to help you in your breeding season, or get ready for your breeding season, or some little tips and hints maybe. Depends how you want to look at it, but we'll get into it. So number 1, backup males. Backup males are important because you may have this amazing pairing that you want to do, but the female is not interested in the male. And if the female's not interested in the male, you need a backup male. You need a male to get the job done. It may well be he's firing blanks. I'm just saying. Just saying. Number 2, a backup female. Now, you may have an amazing pairing that you want to do. Like, for example, you may want to breed this male to that female, and they lock, and everything's crazy and amazing, and it's all good. But then the female doesn't go. So you kind of need a backup female. So what I find is having a backup female for that project, and I want to make this clear. It's not about mass producing, it's about your projects. It's about what you want to make for your animals, for your collection, for the future. And it's not a race either. So if that female doesn't go that 1 year, you can always do it next year, 100%. But it puts you a year behind. So having another female which is very similar to genetics, like for example, I've got mother and daughters in a couple of projects, and I'll breed the mother and the daughter with that one male. Because if the mother doesn't go or the daughter doesn't go, then one or the other should go in theory. And if I get 2 clutches from pairing them both, then I'm going to have some amazing holdbacks, because I'll be able to pick between the 2 clutches. And I'll obviously have some stuff to sell, because it's always hard when, you know, you make stuff, you want to keep it, but then so many people want to buy it, and you're kind of in that conundrum of, do you keep it or do you sell it? So backup white males is number 1, backup females number 2. Number 3, don't pair on cleaning day. And what I mean by that is, if you pair on cleaning day, so you've cleaned them all out, you pair, the male and the female are probably going to make a mess of that enclosure, so you'll be cleaning again. It's probably worth just waiting till after they've unlocked and then cleaning them. So my advice would be, don't pair them on cleaning day, pair them and then after they've finished locking and they've done the business, then clean them. Number 4, try pairing when the weather outside is bad. So particularly rainy days make a massive difference due to the air pressure when it drops. So they really prefer lower air pressure. So rainy days, if you're going to do your pairing, pair on rainy day. The 5th one is raise the humidity in the enclosure. So when you put the male in, tip out the water bowl, raise the humidity. That will definitely help. as well. I'll probably do a recap of some more pointers and some more tips in other videos as we go through the season. I don't really want to overwhelm you with tips and tricks and blow your mind, but there is 5 helpful tips that will potentially help you get a successful breeding season. Now, on with the video. Let's go. So let's have a look at these bad boys. So both of these are visual hypos. They are both super mandarins. Obviously we've got a banana and we've got the lesser, which is a difference. And what I wanted to point out with these guys is look how beautiful the lesser works with the super NR mandarin and the hypo. Don't get me wrong, the banana is, you know, this male here, the banana super mandarin hypo, for me, he's not a pretty animal, he's a powerful animal. The lesser super NR mandarin hypo is definitely a pretty animal and obviously a powerful animal because he's now a super. Both males have a place in the HQ for breeding purposes. So for example, if I want to put mandarin into pied, I'm going to put the banana super mandarin hypo into pied because lesser kind of doesn't work in pied. And if we want to put lesser into something, and with mandarin obviously we can go clown, we could do puzzle, which would be absolutely awesome. So we can go multiple directions with these, which is fantastic. So that's what I love about this. These two males have a perfect place in the HQ. What an absolute result. So that's it guys, the end of the vlog. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Like I said, there's nothing crazy going on here at the HQ. It's the normal stuff, you know, finding, doing, cleaning, changing, the usual stuff that, you know, we do. And it's fantastic producing clutches of eggs and watching them hatch, but there is also so much work to do behind the scenes. It is hard work. It's not sunshine and rainbows. It is very much hard work. But the reward for me is some amazing animals, producing some world firsts and enjoying it. And that's what I feel it's all about. So if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, smash that notification bell and also leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know how your season's going. Let me know if those tips and hints will actually help you in your breeding season. But for now guys, I hope you're all well, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.